Hey, how's it going? My name is Jordan Oloomi. I'm the young adults pastor at Fellowship Missionary Church, and you're watching Oloominating the Word. Oloominating the Word is a podcast I created to bless primarily the young adults I pastor, but really they're for anybody that needs to hear a word of encouragement throughout your week. If you enjoy these podcasts and you're blessed by them, be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you have any feedback, be sure to leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback. So without further ado, let's jump into this word of Oloominating the Word. Well, awesome. This week is a very special week. It's Holy Week. It's the week that Jews celebrate Passover and Christians celebrate Jesus' death and resurrection on the cross. So I think it'd be pretty fitting if we looked at a story this week that took place during Holy Week. But it might not be a story that you're super familiar with. If you have your Bible, you can turn to Matthew chapter 26. Let's look at a story of a woman who's at the house of Simon the leper. The story goes like this. While Jesus was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, a woman came with an alabaster jar of very expensive perfume, which she poured on his head as he was reclining at the table. When the disciples saw this, they were indignant. "Why this waste?" they asked. "This perfume could have been sold at a high price and the money given to the poor." Aware of this, Jesus said to them, "Why are you bothering this woman? She's done a beautiful thing to me. The poor will always be with you, but you will not always have me. When she poured this perfume on my body, she did it to prepare me for burial. Truly, I tell you, whether this gospel is preached throughout the world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her." I love the way how this story ends. It says, wherever this gospel is preached throughout the world, whatever this woman has done, it will be told in memory of her. So obviously what this woman did in this moment was extremely significant. But from the outside, it looks extremely foolish. She took her life savings, which was in a bottle of perfume, which was incredibly expensive, and she poured it on the head of Jesus, bathing him in this perfume. Now, even Jesus' disciples, the closest people to him, saw this action with their eyes, and they said, "This is foolishness. This looks stupid. This makes no sense." And that's the title of my teaching, it makes perfect sense. Get it? Smelling sense? See, we can waste a lot of time in life doing what makes sense. But God oftentimes will call us to do things that don't make sense. This is why we have to walk by the voice of God, not by our own logic and reason. Because our logic and reason will get us only so far. Now, wisdom is a great thing. Wisdom is gained through experience, it's gained through understanding, but wisdom oftentimes will conflict against faith. Those two things don't always go hand in hand. Sometimes they do, and it's really nice. But God doesn't want you to get used to a system or a way of doing things. He wants you to get used to his voice. He's not a slot machine where you put the coin in and you pull the lever and there's a certain amount of times you have to pull to get the right combination of things. Jesus is a person, and he wants a relationship with you. So what is God calling you to do? What's the path he's called you on? And does it make sense? Does it need to make sense? It doesn't. God calls us to things sometimes that doesn't make sense. Will you do what he's called you to do anyway? I hope you were blessed by this word today. This has been Oloominating the Word. God bless.